A vocation is a good school, one you don't necessarily want, and maybe because you have your eyes on other ideas of how you want to run your life. But as much as you don't wish to respond to your calling, for how long can you run away from it?
My name's Kennedy GWASSI. In this office is Office of Amazing Grace BAWO Foundation. I'm the founder. The Amazing Grace BAWO Foundation was fully registered in 2020, October. Oh, okay, it is a long story. When I was in school, immediately I completed my Form 4. I went back home for my holiday before I completed my Form 4. And there was a great friend of mine in the village whom I loved so much. So when I came back, I found that guy was dead. Investigating the death, I found that he was suffering from HIV. So this one made me to be inched about the widows. So I went to one of the women whom I knew I was suspecting that had HIV positive. I pretended that I was having HIV positive. So I told her that, keep this secret. Don't tell my parents that I found a lady in high school and a victim of the disease. So could you help me how I can take the drugs? She told me that don't go there. If you go there, those people will kill you, because people suffering from HIV will be killed. So I went back home. I took only 2 weeks. I went back to her. I told her that I've gone to the VCT. It is so secret and somebody cannot know the file of each other. So I managed to win this woman, and she went to the VCT. She was checked. She was found positive. So from there, she was so happy. And then I recruited around 20 women suffering from HIV. I won't tell even today they know that I'm suffering from HIV. And there I started working with women. This one found when my dad also died. So I was feeling the pain of a widow. So it is a long story. When I came back in Nairobi, I left them there at home, Homa Bay County. So when I came, now the birth of the amazing came. It came when I lost the job in Kenya. So I had nothing in the house. But when I was asleep, so I saw myself coming from the top of the mountain. And I heard somebody singing a nice song, coming and meeting me. When I met this person, I found she was a girl, a teenager around 12 years old. She told me that, Ken, we were looking for you. I'm sent from the orphan to look for you. We are told where we were that if you get our money, you will bring to us. You are not going to embezzle our money like other organizations. She told me that the church cannot know us, politicians, the government, rich men, but we are told that you are going to help us. So in the dream, I took this girl, I walked with her up to the summit of the mountain. In a dream, I found a very cool place. She looked at me, she smiled, she started rolling the tears of joy. Me also, I started developing some tears. I left her, running down again where I was heading to. Reaching at the bottom of the mountain, I found myself in a dream still in a very cool field. There I found children were playing. One of the boys tripled the ball and then looked at me. The boy again told me the same words the girl told me. I took the boy again. I entered with the boy in a certain good house. People were well dressed there. They welcomed the boy with claps. And then they said, this is the boy we are going to improve the skill. The boy looked at me, developed the tears of joy, and me started shedding the tears. I woke up in a sleep praying, and my wife told me that by the time I was in a dream praying, the bed was shaking. I don't know what happened. I fell from my bed to the ground, and my wife told me that I prayed there for 2 hours. I was asleep horizontally on the floor, and because my house by then had no tires, it was just cemented. That image remained there for 2 good weeks. You are mobbing, but my image is there. When I come back, when I looked at it, I shed tears. So that day, after dreaming like that, I left my house at 6. I told my wife, I'm going somewhere. But there was nowhere I was going to, because I was jobless. I said, those children I saw in a dream, I don't want them to find me here, because I don't have food. So when I came back, I came up tiltly walking, thinking that they are still in the house, because I came around 8 in the evening. I asked my wife, did you see some people in the house here? She told me no. I said I was so stupid. I could have rested in my house. So it took another 3 months. The same dream came. I was in a highway, very far. You can just see something from far coming. On my right, I saw something, but I was standing like this. See, he came until he made the image of a human being, until it made a female. She came, she was a woman, not very old. She was running. The woman again told me the same words there. The orphan told me that we were looking for you. We need you to support us. The church cannot recognize us, the politicians. She said all those narrations. And another thing that was so unique with her, she said that the major reason is that you are going to help us without intimidating our life. Some people are helping us. At the end of the day, they are telling us to offer something. But the offer is just our body. But we are told that you are not going to ask us that. So I said, okay. I took her hand, walked with her in a certain room, and the room was so wow. And they clapped. After clapping, they said, this woman, we are going to help her. I want to tell you that she also developed the tears of joy. I found myself also developing the tears of joy. I started praying in a dream. Praying in a dream like that. Again, the bed started shaking. I fell again at the same point. The same scenario happened. My image remained there 2 weeks. When I come back, I looked at it, I cried. So this thing was disturbing me. And then I went to a certain woman of God to translate for me the dream. So she told me that you have a ministry to work with widows and orphans and people who are not able. She told me that I can see it will be a big thing, but remember, to register it will not be easy for you. But don't lose hope. So 2017 I started working out. I can register it 2018. When it reached 2019, I bought a matatu to go to town, Nyayo House, to register CBO. I felt asleep in a matatu. I found myself at KBS with a deep sleep in my face. So I could not recognize where I'm going to. I started walking like a lost person in the town, but God was directing me. I found myself in front of the Sherry House. I said, this is the place of registering the churches. Something told me, enter there, I will tell you what to do. So I went, I stood at the corridor. A certain woman came. How can I help you? Do you think you can help me? Yes, I can help you. No, you can't help me. No, just help me. Okay, I want to register a group. She told me, no, here we are not registering the groups. I told her, yes, you can't help me. Here is my help. So she came, how can I help you again? Then, looking where I was staring, I found something passing, written foundation. Then I told her, okay, I want to register foundation. She looked at me, who are you? Are you a politician? I said, no. And who sent you? I said, the owner. I took a pen and I write with capital letters, and I told her, God. She told me, you are not registering a church. I said, not a church. I told you that you will not help me. Eventually, they told me, what is the name of that foundation? I said, Amazing Grace BAWO Foundation. BAWO meaning Beyond Africa Widows and Orphans. They picked it, we checked it, they found there's no name like that. They told me, go and type it, you bring it so that we can take it. I walked out, and that's the way I started registering Amazing. So from there, I called the few, I told them, I have a vision, we must start standing with widows, orphans, and people with disability.
Amazing Grace Foundation was born, and it had a very specific agenda, taking care of widows, orphans, and people with disabilities.
Now the program that we are doing, we do 2 programs in our organization, or we can call them thematic areas. We do empowerment, and the empowerment we split them into 2. We have a capacity building as a program where we take people for the training. We train them how they can make money or how they can live a good life. And then we have another one called economic empowerment. This economic empowerment, some people can call it as banking, table banking, where we facilitate a widow or a person with a disability with some few coins so that he can start a business. Like Dan that was talking prior, we managed to get for him some few materials for making the seats of the vehicle. So that one is called economic empowerment. Number 2, we do education empowerment. Also there we take the kids to school, secondary, primary schools, so that they can have quality education. The third one, we believe that through Amazing Grace BAWO Foundation, people will not suffer from food. So we call it Zero Hunger program, where we will get food and donate to the vulnerable people with a disability, widows, orphanage like this. So we donate foodstuffs to them. Along with the foodstuff, we can donate even the clothes and other things. So those are the activities we are doing in our organization of Amazing Grace BAWO Foundation. We target 3 people. We target the people with disability, PWUs, and we target the widows and orphans. We came out with this combination because we can get a widow who also has a challenge, is a person with disability. So when we put them together, we can help this widow very well. So we are just dealing with those 3 people.
Kwa majina naitwa Daniel Udul. Niko kwa hii foundation yetu ambapo inaitwa Amazing Grace BAWO Foundation. This organization kulingana na ile chairman ambapo ni founder member Kennedy. Tunaweza sema kuna wakati nilikuwa natembea. Sasa nilikuwa natembea na unfortunately tumekutana na yeye. Nilikuwa na baiskeli nyingine, tricycle nyingine huko moja. Kitambo sana. So akaniambia, wewe ni nani? Nikamwambia mimi naitwa Dan. Naenda shughuli fulani hapa. Akaniambia tunaweza ongea. Nikamwambia ndio tunaweza ongea. So akaniambia, wewe nilikuwa nataka nikuone. Nauliza nini? Akaniambia you dealing na watu kama nyinyi. Tunasaidiana na watu wa PWDs na widow na orphan. Na pia nikaona kweli that is a good idea. So ikabidi tukakuja tukaongea, tukaniambia kweli hiyo organization niliona ni mzuri kusema kweli, kwa sababu ya kusaidia hao watu lazima tuwasaidiane, sisi wote tunahitaji usaidizi. So tukakuja tukakaa na yeye, tukaanza hiyo mambo ya kikundi ya disability. This organization iko na muhimu mingi sana kwangu, na hata sio kwangu peke yake, kwa watu wengi sana wale wanaishi na ulemavu. This organization imesaidia watu sana sana, imempower. Tumejaribu na ile kulingana na ile uwezo yetu ile kidogo, tumempower people with disability sana sana like me. This organization imenisaidia kujiempower mimi mwenyewe na pia kuempower some people ambapo wako na disability. The organization ambapo tunaongea juu yake imenifungulia kazi. Kanifungulia kazi. By profession mimi ni fundi. Mimi udili na vitu kama loose cover za magari, oga tunatengeneza, na deal na furniture like desk, lockers, vitu za ofisi. So this organization ambapo tunaongelelea iliweza kunisaidia kulingana na ile budget yao kidogo, kanifungulia hiyo biashara. Na pia tuko na future hiyo, kama tunaweza pata support hiyo mahali tunafanyia, tunaweza kuaga tuna recruit so many people with disability. Hiyo ndio lengo letu.
It has been a successful ordeal, and Kennedy is a happy man.
The program of the sewing machine that we have already, there are only 3 sewing machines, though I was targeting 19, so that I can just open a school, a training center for the widows and the people with disability and orphans. But the sewing machine were donated by the Safaricom. They donated now 2 months ago. So they donated for us the sewing machine, Singer, and 1 overlock. Yes, so they donated it. We have a program that we are going to train the orphans and the widows. One of the things empowerment now we can see is tailoring, that we benefited from the Safaricom, that we are going to train the widows and the people with disability. In Amazing Grace, we are talented to know how to make charcoal that is very friendly to a human being. And we can say that it is like climate change program, where we make the charcoal without cutting the tree. We just make it with a waste product. We just take the waste from the sugar cane, we mix with other things. This charcoal, when it burns, it produces non-carbon monoxide. And if you can go to our website and you go to the YouTube, you'll find it the way we are making it there. Yes, so that one is another activity that we do within Amazing Grace. We have another thing that now we are looking for the funds. We want to start making the candles, because as you see the area, we have a limit of the electricity because of the slum. Slum, we don't have powerful electricity. So people go in darkness in their houses because of the blackouts. So we decided to start that program, and I think very soon when we get the funds, we are going to start it in Soweto here, so that the widows, people with disability can make the candles, they can sell, and that one we can empower them through financially. So those are one of the activities we are doing. Games, the way you heard it before, we take our people to the in sports. So those are the things we are doing in Amazing Grace. We also improve the skills. We partner with other people who knows how to make the soap, honey, those things. We impact them in the youths so that at least they can have something in the future to earn a living. It has done well, because now we have some students in high school. We have some we have assisted in 1 orphanage, 2 orphanage. We have trained people. Like one of the achievements now, if you go to Dan, though he's still working at the roadside, but we managed to to show a light to him, and now at least he can have something on the table to eat. We have trained some people also on how to make the sabuni. That one is also there. We can say that we have achieved. We have taken some widows in the program of making the reused sanitary pads, because the life is so hard whereby somebody cannot even manage the sanitary pads. So those sanitary pads we have connected, we have partnered with other people, they have been trained, and I think those ones also we are going to include in our program of the tailoring, whereby we are going to make those sanitary pads and we distribute them to schools, to ladies that cannot afford the other one, so that they can use them.
For this organization, I'm a member. So department yangu niko kwa upande wa sports and skills. Yeah, we do sports. We do sports. So this organization, upande wa ulemavu, tunawajaribu kuwafundisha.
There is nothing so fulfilling than when you meet these beautiful, vulnerable, innocent faces and know at the back of your mind that it is because of that one decision of accepting your call and stepping in to come to their rescue, giving them hope and a safe space.
Brando Lochie, niko class 8, nasomea Nazarene. Amekuwa akikuja huko, na group yake inajiita Amazing BAWO Foundation. Wamekuwa wakitusaidia na chakula na mavazi, na si ati ni mingi, ile tu yenye tunaweza.
Mimi naitwa Naiva Mwandishi. I'm from Nazarene Fan Center na niko grade 6. Amekuwa kutusaidia yendo wa Amazing Grace BAWO Foundation. Amekuwa kutusaidia na chakula, manguo na skills. Amekuwa anatufundisha how to make honey, na unataka ku start a new project ya holiday ya tailoring.
I'm Otieno Vincent, yeah, teacher from Nazarene. The guy really if the guy can offer the clothes and the food for these people, the guy really is nice. So what I know, if the guy can get a support from different people, yeah, the guy can make it.
Despite the success stories, the Amazing Grace founder narrates to me how the journey has been on the other side of the coin, but is keen to tell me about his driving force.
The biggest challenge in all the project we are doing is finance. Because for you to rent the offices, it needs money. For you to start another project needs money. For you to visit a widow needs money. So the major thing is economic issue. So when economic is becoming an issue, it is a big problem to us. So that one is one of the challenges that we can see. We have not got enough funds to meet the needs of the vulnerable. Another challenge, this project is not easy. You can meet a widow who is not there for only help, but he needs another help. So me as a man, it is a challenge to me. Yeah, so that one is another hidden challenge that we get in the programs, because somebody sees you working, he thinks that you are flowing with money. And this money can be taken from you in many dimensions. So you must be focused and you must know the call God gave you. So that one is another challenge. Another challenge is that when we are facing on the sides of the people with disability, I want to tell you that in the slum like this, we have many children hidden in the houses. That if we can be very able to get a very good land, we can build and take those kids away from their parents. Yeah, I've realized that there are some even fathers running away from the family because the mother gave birth to a disabled child. So those are the challenges we have faced as Amazing Grace BAWO Foundation. Once I see a person with a disability comes in the office and maybe I donate a wheelchair, I become so happy. When I see I can donate even a mess flour to an orphan, I become happy. So my happiness is to see these people being helped. Yeah, that one makes me to be very, very happy, because I know what they are passing through. Though I cannot know 100%, but God has given me a glass to see what they are passing through. So what makes me happy, if I can see Amazing Grace BAWO Foundation is making a larger family. Now I've extended my family because I have some people to talk with. I counsel the widows, I counsel the people with disability, orphans coming to me. Like the last time before they go to school, they were coming in my office. I can see them sitting with me and telling me more stories. So that one can tell me that, okay, I go in my house so happy, because I can see I've given birth to big daughters. Yeah, so I'm a father. Yeah, yes. Yeah, so that makes me so happy.
For Kennedy, the journey just begun, and the future is very bright for his target group. He is faithful to his calling, changing one life at a time, sacrificing his own pleasure to give hope to the hopeless human, not only in Soweto, but outwards to the universe.
Mungu ambariki mali anatoa na pamoja na group yao ya Amazing BAWO Foundation wazidi kutuongezea.
Mwanzo nikamwambia asante, namshukuru sana kwa sababu kama sio yeye hatungekuwa hapa.
For the good work Ken has been done, so I can just encourage him to keep on doing that, not for only Nazarene, but to also other orphanages.
First of all, I want to thank the media, KBC media, for coming all the way. I didn't pay you. I've even dare calling you. You just come, you have identified us that we are here at Soweto. You used your fuel, you used your time. I've not even given you water. I'm so sad on that. But you took your time, you come so that you can share with me the story. So the first person, your channel KBC, I say thank you, may God bless you and abundantly. Another one, I'm appreciating and I'm giving thanks to the Dorcas Destiny International. That's the organization that is supporting the orphans in Amazing Grace to pay their school fee. So I can say thank you very much, DDI, Dorcas Destiny International. Another one, I can appreciate the Safaricom that has come in and gave us the sewing machine, and now we can train the people. I can also appreciate the people with a disability, the widows, and the orphan who has entrusted me that I'm a good person, and they are walking next to me. We share deep things, so I appreciate them. And lastly, I appreciate my wife that has given me time to interact with all the kind of the widows. Otherwise, you can say that no, you might seduce them and they will snatch my husband away from me. But she has allowed me. So I can appreciate that. But above all, I am appreciating my God, the maker, the finisher, and the author of the salvation.